Hello, Divine Sunshiners. Stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago. Divine Sunshine going in with just an overall energy check-in for the twin flames or the divine lovers, just to kind of see. So I'm going to look at and see what's going on as far as in the divine clear, divine feminine, what's going on with her. Woohoo, where you going? And the divine masculine, what's going on with them. Okay, this don't surprise me. The overall energies for the twin flame collective, as far as in the divine feminine energies, that means in your being, whether you're a female or a male, whichever energies that you feel like you're resonating, if you feel like you're in your beingness right now, you're doing a lot of introspection, you feel like you're more so resonating in what's happening, what's going on within you, then you're in your divine feminine energies. If you feel like you're at this point right now as you're watching this, you're more so into your divine masculine thing, you're about your alphaness. Your alphaness was with your actions on outside, about things, getting things done, then guess what? If right now you answer the question yes to that, then guess what? You're in your divine masculine energies again. So again, divine feminine energies is the omega, it's your being, it's the things going on within, again, what's resonating within you, making the changes within yourself. And if you're in the divine masculine energies, you about that going ahead, getting it out, the outward action, those things like that, you're in the divine masculine. So answer those questions and then I will tell you which one would probably way would resonate better for you. Okay, so we'll do it another way, but it's still, I'm still breaking down the feminine and masculine within yourself, and you determine which one. When we're talking about the divine feminine energies, which just means in your omega-ness, this is how you're being, your actions and things are stirring within yourself, your spirit and your emotions that way. You're calling in your soulmate. So your prayers and affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. Okay, so right now you're at the thing, you're calling in your soulmate. You're calling in, again, your ultimate lover at this point. This is where you are. Some of you all, in order for you to have that happening, you probably have retreated from the world. You taking your divine feminine energies and your divine masculine energies, and you probably have said, you know what, I'm going to kind of like get off the scene a little bit, get off the grid so I can deal with the energies that's going on within me. Okay, let's get some clarifications about that. That's the overall what I'm picking up just from looking at it. So when we're talking about clear, the divine feminine and calling in, you're doing this because, again, you have been felt like you've been orphaned in your emotions. You feel like, again, that somebody or something, a person, place, a thing has put you up on this pedestal in your emotions. It could also be you, and you've been left out in the cold. So right now, to me, I'm feeling like it's almost like what my mentor said. You're withdrawing, you're pulling in all your resources, all your energies, and in some ways you might be saying, I'm pulling in my soulmate, which is me. Okay, at this time, because you might be a table of one or a party of one right now. Because you're trying to do this because you really want to really truly draw in this loyal heart here. And that's another thing there when you talk about the soulmate. So I feel like, again, the reason why you're doing this is because you felt orphaned. And the reason why now that you say you're calling in the soulmate is because you all want a loyal heart. Okay, you want somebody that keeps their eyes on you, got the eyes on the prize. You feel like you want somebody who understands that they are loyal, they are royalty. Okay, that they are divine, that they're not just going for the okie dokie anything that's out here, that's ready for this new beginning just like you are, that's ready to open up new doors or opportunity. You want to retreat because you want the truth to be told, which means, again, you're looking at your soul. You saying right now, I'm retreating because I want this emotional mask to come off, this been masking my true emotions. I want to become wise with who I am. I want to really look at the windows of my soul, open it up, and let the love fly, or the love come in, or the love to flow out of it. And then also, again, they look like leaves. So again, you're falling away those things that no longer serve you. And one reason why you're doing this is because you say, right now, I want peace. I'm offering the olive branch of peace to myself right now because I want this new beginning, okay? And so this is it. So you probably find yourself offering the olive branch to a lot of things. Maybe sometimes you have retreated, like some people might have gotten there, like, you know, kind of poked at you. I'm picking like a bear, poking at the bear. And, you know, sometimes bear go on with the bait, and sometimes you see the bear look at you, and then it's like, baby, I ain't got time. I ain't time. Like, but the pair, I was throwing at the bear, and the pair kept on, and it just looked at me, and it's like, really, this is what we about today? You throwing things at me? I'm not for this today. So you didn't have a lot of kind of like incidents like this, and you say, you know what, this is what I choose. I choose peace for myself. When we're talking about the divine masculine energies here, we see reconciliation. So reconciliation is really because the divine masculine really has found himself that in the 3D sense, intense of it, that he's picking you up through the spirit, and he really feels as if, I see genes on him. He's been hard at working in 3D, and he's like, at this point, he's like, it's reconciliation. I want the thing about this divine feminine in this 5th D, of this higher way of where I'm feeling about her. I want this truly to become true. I see 555, so that's definitely a major change coming in. So he wants to return back, okay? The reason why he wants to do that, he wants to return back, but this, in some ways, these cards are giving me like this. Before I return back, I got to clean up some stuff, okay? So this is a stag. Stag represents strength. I got to really be, in order for me to stand in my strength, I got to clean up things in the ethers, in the atmosphere. That's funny. That's our vocabulary words with the kids. I got to be able to stand upon this rock that I stand. That means I'm really standing on something like a sturdy foundation as well. He understands also that he wants to come back, but he understands that he's got to run a race. He's got to run long distance. He's got to have the stamina this time to stay in it, the divine masculine energy. So understanding that in the actions or outwardly, this requires, if he wants reconciliation, this is going to require him to be able to, and most, I'm just saying him because I'm saying masculine, not saying it's got to be the male, okay, because it makes it easy for me, or even her, in her actions, I'll flip it up too. In her actions, she's not understand, she's got to run the distance. There ain't no more, I'm here, and I got one foot in the door, and I got one foot in it to win it. It's not going to work that way. Although things around the divine masculine energies feels like, hey, I don't know where I'm going. I got no markers. I got no landmarkers. Let me know if I'm getting close to the finish line. But guess what? Right now where I'm at, this is what I want. And he wants to also, when he gets to the finish line or gets you, doesn't want to run out of steam, because a lot of times with cheaters, when they run long distances, they have a tendency that once they get their prey, they ran so much energy, they exerted so much energy to chase their prey or their target, that when they get them, they get tired, and then other people could come along and snatch it up. He doesn't want, or she doesn't want to come from that kind of school of thought either for that, okay? So this is where it is as far as us collectively. This is where we are at. Okay, thank you. When it comes to talking about the connection itself, let's look and see what we're dealing with. Clear. The connection itself. For the divine feminine is this. For the divine masculine is this. Okay, so when we're talking about the connection of the twin flames collectively, or the divine lovers, some things in which we are looking at is now the connection. So the divine feminine really wants the divine masculine energies to have their back, okay? They're like, I want to kind of be still looking forward, but again, I want you supportively being there, having me, seeing is rubbing her tummy. So again, helping her to stand in her own identity, her own knowing who she is. But at the same time, she understands that he needs to be nurtured because he's holding her breast. They understand, okay, part of this intimacy is I've got to nurture you too. It can't be no, I'm the boss and you get the feelings and nurturing wherever you can get it. Okay, it's a part here. So she's understanding. To me, she's got that dreamy look, which means to me is she's still upholding the vision. She's still knowing the plan and the goal that she must go. All right. So in this one, understanding that they want is some conflict here when it comes to the connection. It's about the freedom. Okay. Understanding want that the divine masculine, she feels at some point that he's going to have to almost literally tackle her in order for him to be able to be there, because he feels in his head, he knows that you are his bliss, and he really, the way he got it around her is like cold steel. Open your excuse me for being great, open up your legs to this, open up yourself to this connection here. Okay, while he's holding on to you, I didn't have to DM like this. Like, damn, I can't go nowhere. In some kind of way, you trying to say, okay, she's pointing to the tree, which is, again, we got to get some knowledge on this, too. We can't just be going around this all mandy-pandy either. When it comes to the connection as well, too, she knows she's got to eliminate some things here. There's a lot of things in the 3D she's got to be able to deal with. And so here she finds herself also helping to make this connection. She's like, I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to get rid of some of this stuff. Again, it's as long as I see you in your heart space. So this here, he's colored green, because that means he's resonating in his heart chakra. And he's also learning how to make healthy connections with people in his thinking now. And he's also able to manifest things too. So she's like, okay, as long as all this is going on, this is the kind of way she would like to see that connection right now. Also, we got here, you got the cow here, the marriage cow here, the vows, the marital, was that like a dowry? So again, understanding want this big commitment coming between them two. She sees that the divine masculine is in the material world offering her, giving her an offer. And then also that they are still connected. It's interesting. Where's it though? But they're still connected with each other. But she's still in the leadership. She said, I'm still kind of leading and guiding this. And this is number 11, which is, again, is the balance in the connection there too. But understanding as she's still leading, he still is looking to be nurtured by her. Okay, and then at the end of the day, she's like, I want us both to be in the driver's seat when they come in here. That's nice. I'm doing a lot of leading, but when it comes down to the end of the day, I need you to be in your heart space when it comes to this. I understand you need to be nurtured by me. I know I need to see you totally committed and looking at me just like this loyal heart. At the end of the day, this is what I want. This is what I need. But I also need to see both of us in the driver's seat. I don't really like that one person's leading more than the other. It should be equal. As I was watching my cousin Vinny, she said, equal differential of changing of the differentiating of the power from one tire to another. It's got to be easy, even subtraction between the two of them. Okay, so it's got to be even subtraction when we're talking about that, especially when we talk about being in this driver's seat. And it's in the green, especially when we're talking about matters of the heart. She here has it on top of her head, so everything she's thinking about right now is in her heart space. And if you watch the emotional check-in, this is a good place to be, because right now she's got a little issues in the heart space. According to the divine feminine energies here, and the divine masculine, that color is pink there. So he's really trying to, in his thinking, want to follow his bliss. By him following his bliss, it keeps him in his heart space. Now, when we're talking about the divine masculine energies here, when they're thinking about the connection, it is the following. He feels that the divine feminine energies, when he says about this connection, a lot of times he's found himself that he has had to make the divine feminine bend over backwards. She's been over flexible when it comes to this connection here. He understands this. He knows he's put you in some uncomfortable positions. He knows that also with this, it's about again, it's about confidence. It's about pride. It's about the ego. It's about, again, that's what the peacock represents again, and really doing it in a healthier way instead of, because this peacock ain't all in its glory. So to me, this look like this is the negative thing. You've been traipsing around with the ego and the pride, which is not good, and he knows that's what he has been in that point. But at the end of the day, he knows there is a conflict about this, but at the same time, he knows that, that a lot of times you want him to be the one that's kind of like driving force for the connection. You understand, riding off into freedom. He's the one this time guiding the horse here. And you just, to me, in this position, you just going along for the ride as you all are connected to one another again. And he's got this sword here again, which to me is like protection, like cutting in things that no longer serve, cutting in things that's not really helping you all to really have forward movement, the things he's got to cut out. And he understands that in order for him to stay in his heart space, and then also for him to be able to truly manifest things and to really truly have healthy connections. That's the only way that it's going to be able to help you in your thinking to remain in your heart space, and then also be able to wear the thing of confidence, knowing who you identify as and know who you are in this whole process. Okay, so that's what you're thinking about is in the connection. Okay, so right now at the end of the day, where does Source want you, since we talk about connections, where does Source clear want for the divine feminine to end up at? Okay, no, that don't belong with that. Where does it want divine feminines to be at the end of the day? Should maybe got the destiny card, but that's all right. We're gonna play with this. Let's see, for the divine feminines, and the divine masculines. Okay. Whoa. At the end of the day, we got Ace of Pentacles here, okay? Ace of Pentacles. Understanding that right now that both of you all has got to the divine feminine and your energies overall has got to be relaxed in this. Understanding the divine masculine does want to protect you, even when you're sleeping or you're resting. You've worked hard, and say that he's got that. There is also a binding of together here. You got you as far as in your heart chakra. You got you that you grounded and rooted in this. That this looks like a shield here to me. That's also shielding and protecting you all in this here. This, especially when we talk about that's a big pinnacle, the love of how that's even showing up in the material in the 3D way. And then also tied in as far as how you all are sacral, which is again how you manifested things, how you all connecting relationship wise in a healthy way. All of these two things at the end of the day, what to me tells me is like what you're doing in the spirit is now got this now so within so without has got to be expressed on the outside. And this is where it is. For the divine masculine, we have pentacles again. There's these pentacles again, this worldly stuff here going on. He understands right now when I look at this card that you got to get divine masculine in the understanding that the divine feminine is gaining knowledge. Okay, I see apples here, which again is knowledge, the fruit. I see things tied here with a green cord, which means as I'm getting knowledge and I'm tying things up, again, it's helping me to get more understanding about the matters of my heart here. But at the same time, she's kind of, again, this isn't her position here. I'm going to read what the Pentacles, Six of Pentacles is. But she does not look in the best. Okay, like, while I'm waiting on you, it's kind of wearing on the divine feminine here. You want this reconciliation, and I will tell him very strongly, I think you need to kind of make this decision and make this decision like now, like ASAP. About this, because I don't like the energy that she's kind of in. She's got the apple there again. She's got a solar plexus, not really knowing where she is and who she is there. That's covered here, and you kind of like standing, and you like, okay, it's like a person running in. Maybe you are returning back, you know, as that too. But this divine feminine here, to me, when I look at her, she's like, I'm tired. I'm really worn down. Right. And I'm really trying to get some knowledge in the process of this, but I'm very worn out. Okay, I'm tired. We got the Pentacles. Okay, I'm gonna see what that is very quickly. Pentacles, Pentacles, Pentacles. Yeah, boredom, the magic of the cut apple. There are loves of the past and loves of the future. There is only one love today, and it must not be neglected. End of the reading. The spirit couldn't have said it no better. She's getting tired. I could tell. This is all in here. You neglected, and you look like to me like he had been through a lot. He been running to try to get to her, and you just standing there. And I will tell you, don't wait another second, DM. Get to moving, cause again, she's tired. Okay, and so again, understand not to neglect again. There is only one love today, and it must be not be neglected. So let's get to running. All right, then, as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, namago. Love you.